admitted myself to the hospital with 4 times the legal blood alcohol limit, and I weighed like 110 pounds. I don't remember anything. I was actually put in a coma because my temperature was so high and they couldn't get it down. I remember when I woke up, the doctor that was taking care of me, he was actually a new doctor at the hospital, and he was crying because he didn't think I was gonna live. I was admitted to a treatment place in Rylander, but because I didn't fully understand or accept that I had an issue, I just felt like I drank to escape my emotions and escape reality. But now I know that's why I am an alcoholic, because I don't know how to handle life on life's terms. So I ended up going to my first treatment center in Rylander, and I got kicked out after a week. I was homeless in Rylander. Yeah, I lived in Rylander. I lived, I don't know, everywhere in Wisconsin. I did end up getting clean, and then I moved to Stevens Point because I wanted to get away from up north and try and figure out how to be sober without all the guilt and shame. And so I moved to Stevens Point first, and I was actually sober for a year and a half, and I ended up I had my own place. I worked all the time. Ava ended up moving back in, but I lived in a small studio apartment that was made for a college student. And it was just so overwhelming, and because there was so much that Ava didn't know and that I didn't know, so we didn't have that relationship like we used to. After I relapsed, I was admitted to the hospital, and they wouldn't let me leave, and I was going crazy, and yeah, so I came to Beacon February 24th. Yeah, was it? It was somewhere in February. When I got there, I was under the impression that it was a 3-month program, but then I found out that I wasn't leaving until after I had Grayson. So, while I was at Beacon, after I had Grayson, I was told about New Beginnings, which is a pregnancy center here in Fond du Lac. Through New Beginnings, I met one of the women who was a mentor for women's empowerment, and she helped me get through a lot while I was staying at New Beginnings. And she mentioned that she thought that this program would be something that could help me understand and learn to love myself. I believe it was the second series, right before the pandemic, that I joined. And then the pandemic hit, and we had to quarantine, and at first, when they said everything is online, I had it was a struggle, because I tried so hard not to go on Facebook, not to go online, because that was an addiction in itself for me. Being quarantined, not only I think that was the best thing that ever happened in my life because I sat alone and I am comfortable with doing nothing and knowing that I'm okay. And it was through women's empowerment and listening to other women talk about struggles and how they got through it, and just seeing them happy, not fake happy, real happy, and how pretty they were. That was something that I wanted. My takeaways from women's empowerment, even after the series had ended, when we were out of quarantine, Teresa never gave up. She messaged me, it's almost her job was meant to do this, because her soul connects to other women's, and anytime that I felt like I was struggling or I needed help but I didn't want to ask for help, she would message me or call me randomly. And so I just would tell her, this is really weird, because I was debating whether to call you or not, because I am going through some stuff right now and I just don't know what to do, but I didn't know how to ask. So yeah, she pops up like an angel in my life. Yeah, I remember I brought her flowers just to show her that, just to let her know that what she does for me is not unseen and it's not taken for granted. Yeah, and I told her this, yeah, I was like, I love you. Yeah. The impact that women's empowerment has had on my life has ultimately connected us together to where before I never thought I had family and I never believed in women, but I have family through women's empowerment, and I trust women more than I have ever trusted before.